Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Pussycat Nation, we are going to do my giant tea leaf deck here for you. It's humongous, but I'm learning to shuffle it. So, you know, it's all good things. Well, not everything in here, so we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to use my Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck and my teeny tiny Rider-Waite deck. That's what we got on deck here. The decks that we have on deck for your reading. And what am I going to ask? I'll tell you what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask the energy surrounding you right now. I mean, this could be your energy. It could be someone else's energy that's close to you or is about to be close to you or whatever. No, it's the energy surrounding you. And then we're going to look at the energy surrounding you in the future. So yeah, I mean, sometimes as I start doing the reading, I'll feel very strongly like, oh, I think it's your energy, or I think this is someone else's energy. That became really easy. I remember whose it was yesterday now. So one of the ones I did yesterday, it was really, yeah, anyway, I think it was Cancer. So let's just see what happens. I'm just keeping it open. So we're going to start with Leo's energy surrounding you right now in the present. What is the energy surrounding Leo presently? The energy surrounding Leo presently. Energy surrounding Leo presently. There we go. This one came out first. Grasshopper. Wasn't that funny? That was in Cancer's reading yesterday. No, Gemini. Yeah, I think it was Gemini's. It's funny, right? Like such a stack, and to get repeats, it always blows my mind. Okay, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Tell you how, oh, broken wishbone. A wish will not be granted. That's crazy, because that is so crazy that you got that card. So the energy around you right now is something that feels unfulfilled. There's some sort of wish that hasn't been granted. Leo, I know. Like every Leo I know lately, it's been, oh, my poor fiery friends. I know. The pre-shuffle for you. This card, oh yeah. So let's talk about it, because this card came out when I was pre-shuffling. Literally, I turned the camera on and I was just pre-shuffling and getting ready to do like my little mantra and bring in the energy and all that stuff. You got this card with the success card. And immediately, when I see that, I think, okay, a wish will not be granted. Success. That's actually success. It's almost like a wish that you may have made in the past. It didn't come true. And now you kind of look back on it, or you will look back on it and realize, shit, I'm kind of glad that never happened, because if it had, this wouldn't have come into my life, or this wouldn't have happened. So it's almost, something going on here, like too. So that's really interesting. I think that that's obviously a message here about that broken wishbone. So you didn't get the bigger end. You got the little end. Somebody else got the bigger end, right? When you do that, you're breaking the wishbone. I got to tell you, anytime I've ever done that, I never got those wishes, even if I got the big one. So if you're going through something right now and you feel like it's fallen through or it hasn't worked out for you, I literally, because that success card came out with this one in the pre-shuffle, that's actually your path to success, not getting that wish, that thing not happening for you. Now, this goes with Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay, so that tells me that something is actually in balance for you right now. And maybe it's your world, it's the timing in your world where it's just like, okay, things are kind of balanced right now. Let's not rock the boat too much either. So you could be coming out of an energy where there's something that you wished for and you didn't get it. And now it's sort of like temperance energy that's following that. So I'm talking like you. So I feel like I am reading you. Unless you know it's someone close to you. But Leo, just because of the way Leo's been going lately. Yeah, all right. So keep the balance. Don't make any dramatic changes right now. It doesn't mean you can't do that in a week or anything, you know. I mean, this is just like right now. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's actually another thing you could say is this wish was not granted because it will be granted down the road in a successful way. Whereas right now, it wouldn't be successful. Wouldn't be successful. Okay, so in the future, energy surrounding Leo in the future. Look at the underline in a minute. Okay, you got eye and candle. Oh, Jesus, this is cool. Eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Candle, you will be shown the way. Oh, isn't that neat? Like, trusting your intuition is like, you know, knowing that something will, the right thing will be there for you at the right time. And like, you'll be guided to it and you'll know what to do. But trust yourself here. Trust your, so this is in the future. That's kind of hopeful. So something going on right now, didn't work out. This wish wasn't granted. So something that you hoped for. Just let things kind of settle. Let things be just tempered. Or that's happening right now. Like somehow I feel like energy is being settled. Temperance is, I just really keep seeing the temperance card. Actually hearing it more than I'm seeing it. Temperance, balance, balance. Things are coming into balance here. In the future, go with your intuition. Keep following your, I'm hearing keep following your intuition. So it almost feels like you've been kind of utilizing it. Maybe even to help you through some sort of wish that didn't come true or fell through. What I like too is like candle. I think in both of these things are things that you make wishes on, right? You blow out a candle, you make a wish. It's called candle magic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, it's Leo season. Maybe you should make a special wish on a candle during Leo season. Even if your birthday is past, if your birthday is approaching. Interesting, Leo. What is at the bottom? Crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Are they just out of the crib? Why am I looking at the third one? Lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. I don't know what that means. If that's something you're feeling, maybe it's something you're feeling, but I'm just telling myself I'm going to do two because these are really not in the uprighter. I don't know. I guess it could be. Okay, so something here, something, the underline is, maybe it's something that you wanted to occur with a younger person in your life. Because you have crib too, there could be quite an age difference here, or you could be dealing with a child or someone else's child. But I really get this, it's just like something new happening in your life with this birth or the conception of it. So the seed actually gets planted and you know that it's growing, or you have hope that it will grow and it will eventually be born to something. Now, younger woman, dealing a relationship with a younger woman. Again, it just could be someone specific in your life. This person may not be like younger than you in terms of years, but maybe they're inexperienced in terms of something that, or yeah, it's something that maybe you have more experience in life with. Okay, let's look at the tarot. This deck usually shuffles well. It's so old and flexible, but it's slow. Watch it, watch. It's slow, it's old, watch. That was really bad. Don't watch. Okay, you have the Strength card, I love it. Strength card for situation in the balance that requires careful handling. So it could go either way, right? Like it's in the situation that could go either way for you. Broken wish, the eye, and the candle. Six of Wands. Well, maybe your wish is just to have some freaking success in life, man. Seriously, just have some success in life. That's a sucky wish to have broken, isn't it? I know, Leo Nation, I know. Eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition, and candle. You will be shown the way. The The Four of Swords. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of like resting and meditating and contemplating. Candle, you will be shown the way. Wow, check this shit out. You got the High Priestess. It's so cool. You will. Oh my God. That's crazy. She's sitting here, right? She's pointing to the book, the esoteric information, what it is that you need to know to move forward. It shall be shown to you. And what sits beside her? But a baby in a little crib, swaddled up. That's nuts. Look at that. So maybe it's something that you want to create with a younger person in your life. I don't know. That's neat. There's so much magic in this. Pretty cool. There's a shitload of magic. Not right now, in the future. King of Cups at the bottom, and that's it. Deep, deep intuitive knowing. Deep emotional. Connecting your emotions and your intuition on a very deep level here. Okay. The thing that needs to balance here is perhaps your perseverance with the Strength card. You may feel like you just want to charge forward with something. But utilize the Strength card here. Self-control, self-leadership, taming the beast within. Now that's interesting too, because under the younger woman, you had lightning. Wow. What do you got going on under here? You have control your anger or you will be sorry. And then fire is under that. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Something's upset you. Because look at, isn't it interesting? Like when the lightning strikes, it could start a fire. Literally, particularly if you're in drought areas, which has been going on. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. It's kind of like, oh, jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. Don't get involved in something. Don't get involved in something outside of you right now that could trigger you, that could upset you. Don't get involved in that. It could have something to do with a younger woman in your life. Could have something, well, you know, that's hard. I'm going to say, like, if it's your daughter or something, or a niece or anybody. This person's younger and perhaps inexperienced, and maybe you feel like something's going on, being taken advantage of. The situation is in balance. So if there's a situation outside of you, I'm going to keep all of those off. That's all part of your underline. They all go together like marshmallows and campfires. But it's not here. Okay. If there's a situation that's upset you or that triggers you in some way, I do feel like everything is going to work out. And it is saying here, the situation is in balance, requires careful handling. So this is not the time to shoot off the handle. This is a time for self-control. Take a deep breath, ground yourself. Broken wish, a wish will not be granted. Like that's what you're in right now. So I don't feel like that's being foretold to you where you're not going to get this. I feel like there's something here where you feel like you didn't get this success. What was I? Oh, I was clarifying. We talked about this again. It's just funny how it keeps, I get lost in these readings. It's so interesting. You know, one of the things I find since I started doing these readings, I used to read a lot. I read a little bit over the summer. I was reading a John Grisham. Like, just like really easy reading. I feel like because when I come into these, like I'm reading a story, like a book. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. The Page of Swords and the Sun. Wow. That's like watching, right? Like watching and observing. For your wish, for your fulfillment. Just keep things balanced here. I'm curious why this wasn't. I'm going to ask that. I'm going to go right to the wishbone. Why was this not granted? Why was this not granted? this wish to Leo. Why was it not granted? Could have something to do with success in the future. The Knight of Cups. This wish has to come really from your heart. The only thing that can make this wish come true is if it comes from your heart. Hopeful. I think of the Knight of Cups as kind of hopeful and romantic and dreamy, poetic, optimistic. There's not necessarily optimistical energy. The Six of Wands. You need to have more than the desire for success. You have to have more than the desire to just want to come out on top and feel like you've acclaimed this. You've made it in some area here. It has more to do, this wish will come true when you move forward with your own, your own open emotions, guide yourself intuitively. The Six of Wands. The Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. It's almost like some sort of communication broke down. Something that didn't get communicated, or you feel blocked or shut out in some sort of communication. Cut out of something. It kind of has a feeling of, another thing I would say is if, with what's come out here, let's say you have, because it's got younger woman, I'm just going to put this as a scenario. It could just be an inexperienced person, but it kind of has this energy of, let's say your daughter, your niece, or somebody has gone off, I was like off to college or university, because that's just such a big leap in life, right? Like where you've been working on becoming an adult and now it's time to kind of like go through life experiences without having hand-in-hand guidance every day. You know, you're kind of swimming in the world and what's going to happen. So it's almost like perhaps somebody took advantage of this person, and like you as the father or the uncle or the mother or the aunt, the cousin, what, it's like you know about something and you want to intervene, but it's almost like someone else has said to you, you can't do that. You got to let her figure it out, or you got to let them figure it out, or they're getting it figured out. Like, don't interfere right now. It's the worst thing you could do is go in and like show up at the college dorm and like try to make things right. It just kind of has that feeling like, no, you've been told. The Five of Swords and the Page of Wands, like you can't communicate. It's like your husband or your wife or your, if you're an aunt or an uncle, or you're the parent of like a younger person. It just feels like somebody said, listen, you can't, they're going to get it figured out. It's going to happen here, even though it really upsets you. I think about that too. Like I think about my stepdad. He was a Leo, and he was always wanting like, kind of like justice. Like when something wasn't done right, because he was a very, like he governed himself, I found, in a very open and honest way. And he expected that of other people in his dealings. And then he really, like that Leo pride, the tribe, like really if somebody was doing somebody dirty that was important to him, he would get really upset. He would get really upset. And he would speak his mind and you would know. Well, never to me. Just like, yeah, I loved him. It was great. But that is interesting. So you could end up something that's just in the pan, it's sizzling. It could end up in the fire. And when all this looks like a steak, right? All that hits the fire, you know the fat goes flying. It's spitting everywhere. The fire gets out of control. Just in the future, you have the Four of Swords. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. Kind of the things that either come to you in the dream state, things that come to you when your mind is wandering, things that come to you when you're in a point of peacefulness. See, that's the other thing too. I don't feel like you would be in an area of peace with this lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, frying pan, trouble, accusations. That's not where you're going to be shown the way in that energy. That won't happen. So you have to be in this energy here of finding peace within yourself, even when there's perhaps a storm that feels like it's going on around you, or with someone close to you, or someone that you know. Or maybe it's even happening to you and it feels underhanded. Could be something that's happening to you and feels kind of underhanded. Maybe you're the younger woman. Maybe you're younger than a group of people that you're dealing with, or a person that you're dealing with, or a situation. Keep a level head. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. 4 of Swords. The 7 of Wands. Oh, defensive as opposed to offensive. Protect yourself, but don't attack. Protect yourself, but don't attack. Interesting. Protect your energy, protect your dreams, protect your wish. Maybe you have a wish, or you had a wish and it wasn't granted because of some sort of underhanded energy or a disagreement. Feel like you can't communicate? If you feel like you can't communicate, then maybe the universe is telling you something. To go within yourself here. Candle and the High Priestess. You will be shown the way. Will she ever? And there's a little baby. Something new that will be born into your life. What are those symbols? It looks like the sun. I've never, God, in like the 4 years I've had this deck, I don't think I've ever taken the time to look at what she's pointing at. She's looking at the, to me, it's an inverted triangle, and I want to say that's the alchemical symbol for earth. And then the alchemical symbol for air. It's the sun in this order. The sun, Venus, earth, air, and the moon. And she's pointing to the earth. So it's a grounding energy, something almost like bringing something into the 3D, into the 3 dimension, is what she's pointing at, like the birth of this. You will be shown the way with the High Priestess, the 8 of Pentacles, the Death card, and the 6 of Wands. Well, it's almost like something that you've mastered. That's ended. Either your work has ended in something, or you've mastered something here. And then what comes next is success. The ending, the rebirth is success. So it feels like you weren't, I don't know, something ended here either in your work or a part of yourself or a part of your life that you were really mastering. You were really focused in it. That ended. Your focus in that ended. And so I don't know if there was something that you wanted to come into your life to replace sort of like a void energy and it didn't happen. But with the 6 of Wands here, like you will be shown the way, how to walk right out of an ending and right into success. The 8 of Swords, yeah, not right now. So much in the underline. The 8 of Swords, the Fool, the Judgment, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Oh, interesting combination. That's a huge underline. You have a big underline here. What's going on? Okay, yeah, you're not showing the way right now. You can't see it. It's like, yeah, I don't see it, Cindy. No, that's true. Then this reading's for you. You can't see it. But then all of a sudden you go to like just feeling free and like starting at the beginning and Judgment. Going into the new beginning, being born, kind of born again, having a second chance at opportunities in life. The Ace of Swords, it's very clear. There's no confusion. The Queen of Cups, lots of expression and movement and feeling really good about it and being able to express that. The Five of Pentacles and the King of Swords is kind of an interesting energy right at the very end. This combination here almost feels like when the rules are followed, there's a lesson to be learned about how do I describe it? As if when something ends in our life, regardless, I guess, of how that ending comes in, or we feel ousted, we feel like we're in lack. The feeling of lack, all energies come balance again. The balance, situation in the balance that requires careful handling. The balance is coming back. It's like a law, to me, with the King of Swords. Like, this is a factual law. So when something is depleted to the point where it feels like a lot of lack, that pendulum has to turn. It's almost like the pendulum is starting to turn again. But you have to trust the universe for this. If you try to force the pendulum to turn on your own, you might be trying to force it based on the feeling of lack. So that's what you're going to bring in again. You have to let something run its course. And while it's running its course, you can't see shit, man. There you go. So Leo, interesting. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to look at the blind spot energy for you. That should be interesting. It seems like this reading is a blind spot. All right. Thank you so much, Leo. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.